Sports this morning is back again. We're broadcasting live from Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okunapa and welcome aboard. On the show today, we'll talk about the African Nations Championship, where, of course, you know, the home-based Super Eagles are getting ready for that crucial quarter-final game against the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Yes, they resumed training for that one, and players in camp are confident that the home-based Super Eagles can advance in the championship. And also, the league management company, they've said they will give 1 million naira each to the clubs participating in the Super 4. Remember, the competition will take place on the 24th to 28th of this month at the Abuja National Stadium. That's a good one for the league. We're waiting to sit down on the Falconets. They're getting ready for their second qualifying game against Sierra Leone. And remember, they won the first leg convincingly, and they look very good to qualify for the Under-20 Women's World Cup that will take place in Canada. We're also going to talk about the FIFA.World Cup. Yesterday, we saw drama as Sunderland stunned Manchester United to make it to the final of this year's FIFA.World Cup. We'll talk about the January transfer market. Where is Juan Mata going to? Give you updates of that one. And then in the Australian Open, it wasn't an upset, more like it, as Roger Federer defeated Andy Murray to set up a semi-final clash with Rafael Nadal. End of the road for him. We'll wait to see how that one will go. Okay, let's take a quick look at how Manchester United at Old Trafford. The worries continue for David Moyes and his team. Who is to blame for the woes? At the end of full time, it was Sunderland that will qualify for the final of this year's FIFA.World Cup. We'll talk about it when we return. Don't go anywhere. Do stay.
So that is a position where Manchester United are light. They need for him to be okay. In by Januzaj, Welbeck, now they have their goal! Johnny Evans crept in, United lead on the night, and the tie is all square. Seconds to play, on by Fletcher, Key. Bardsley, room for a shot, Bardsley hits it, De Gea's lost it, and Sunderland have the goal that can take them to Wembley! Extraordinary! Spilton in by Raphael, clear by Gardner. Somebody has to have a pop for United. There isn't any time left. It has to happen at once. Raphael, Brown away, came to Fletcher, Januzaj, Smalling, Adnan Januzaj. It's an extraordinary for the Mendes! Would you believe it? Penalties! Penalties! Welbeck blazes wide too. And so much to the night. Weary limbs. And De Gea stopped. Looking to improve on his namesake. And he scores. Alonso, that's a good one. Adam Johnson shouldering their hopes and dreams and expectations. Johnson for Wembley. De Gea has saved. Score to force it into sudden death. Raphael, Manone saves, and Sunderland go to Wembley at Manchester United's painful expense. A tie they won and lost and had to go and win again. Sunderland right at the bottom of the Barclays Premier League, but they are...
Don't you just love football? So that's it. That's how Manchester United failed to qualify for the FIFA.World Cup final. Sunderland will go through to play Manchester City. Drama when talking about football. I just couldn't stop laughing at that as David Moyes and his team continue to struggle. Manchester United in need of life-saving surgery. And I want to welcome you to this action partition of sports this morning. Tayo Salam joins us now. Tayo.
Yeah, Austin.
You were trying to get me going with that game.
Yeah.
And at some point I thought Manchester United should just take it, so I left it.
No. You got that wrong, because yesterday I said on the show that I wouldn't be surprised if Sunderland actually pulls out a win. And it wasn't a surprise to me at all, because we know how United have been all season, terrible. So yesterday wasn't a surprise for me at all. Thumbs up to Sunderland, they deserve it.
Okay, that's it. Thumbs up to Sunderland from Tara Salanda. They truly deserve it. But when it gets into penalties, it can actually go anywhere. But we want to get you talking, feedback mechanism or social media platforms. We want to actually get your messages out there today on the program. So talk to us on Twitter with channels_sports, on Facebook with channels-sports. We already have the messages coming in, so we want you to keep them coming. Questions, comments, suggestions. But let's get Manchester United fans talking, because it's becoming serious. That surgery needs to be done, either with the players or the coaching crew. Who is responsible for Manchester United's woes? I want you to talk to us. But before we get them talking, let's talk about the African Nations Championship. We already know the teams that have made it to the quarterfinals, but the big one for us is Nigeria, Morocco.
Yeah, that's what we're really concerned about. Nigeria, Morocco on Saturday, having been able to come back from a very poor start and actually qualify for the next round. And I believe we really have what it takes to go against Morocco. Although I believe it will be very hard compared to the game against South Africa.
So that's it on your screen. Quarterfinal fixtures. Nigeria will play Morocco after finishing second place from Group A. That game will come up on Saturday at 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Mali, leaders from Group A, will play Zimbabwe. That game will also come up on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Nigerian time. I'm looking at these Malians, and I'm saying to myself, they've got some quality.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we saw the game against Nigeria. After they took Nigeria to the cleaners, So going against Zimbabwe, I expect Zimbabwe and Mali to actually qualify as well. But going back to the Nigerian game, that's what I'm really interested about. A couple of injury worries for Nigeria, and we're hoping to get updates on what's actually happening with Solomon Kwambe, for example. Hopefully, I'm not sure if he's going to make the Saturday quarterfinals. But then against Morocco, like I said earlier, it will be very hard. You know what to expect from a typical Moroccan side, whether it's the club side, whether it's it's absolutely a perfect combination of technique and gamesmanship. When they need to throw the gamesmanship in, they will do it. So I hope Stephen Keshi is able to get his boys ready for a very tough match against Morocco.
That's it from Tara. We're getting messages on our social media platform. Akinpelu Sunday says, good job guys, please tell Coach Stephen Keshi to watch out for Morocco.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're playing against the North American side, then you need to really be careful, because these guys are they're very good players. In terms of their technique, they're very good as well too. So I hope the boys are not getting carried away with the easy win over South Africa. Morocco is a different kettle of fish entirely, and if they come out slowly in that game, then they might get surprised.
On Twitter, Jibes Journey at AmberGJ is confident. He says the Eagles will shake the world again, not just only in Chan, but in the forthcoming World Cup.
Okay, we'll see how that pans out. Really, the World Cup it's another level entirely. It will be very difficult. Top teams coming to the World Cup. Like I said, when the draw came out, it's all about taking the games one at a time. Really, we can't start looking too ahead of ourselves and thinking of them shaking the world, like as they put it there. It's all about taking the game one at a time and seeing if we can get out of the group. And once we get out of the group, then we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, so that's it for the Chan 2014 Chan Nigeria in the quarterfinals. The competition is actually in the quarterfinal stage now, and teams are looking forward to get some exposure with this. Put their names out there. This is another opportunity for these home-based players to make it to their senior national team.
Absolutely, quality is all I've seen so far since this tournament kicked off. Like I said, it's an opportunity, it's a platform for home-based players to actually showcase their skills. And I know there are scouts all over South Africa now trying to get these guys to Europe, and it's just a good one for them. That's why I never really doubted the motivation for these players going into it. They know, apart from representing the country, then they had an opportunity to actually impress the scouts.
On Facebook, Joe Martins says, I believe in what the boys can do to Morocco. To me, I would say that Nigeria will flog Morocco personally. Let's see how that goes. Chigozie Magdom says, our team is stronger now. Agbim should seriously be watched by Keshi. Only Super Eagles can beat Super Eagles.
We'll see. Yeah, Albin out of that. I thought he was very impressive against South Africa. So he needs to maintain that from going against the Atlas Lions. We know those guys. If he makes mistakes, they'll punish him. That's just the fact of the matter. So Albin going into the game, he has to be on top of his game. If he's not, then I'm afraid Nigeria might just come back home. But by the way, I think it's been an impressive debut for Nigeria so far. We need to remember that it's the first time we're going, and we're in the quarterfinals already. So whatever happens really after now, I'm not really going to lose my head or anything like that. Even if we come on.
That's for you?
Yeah.
President of Nigeria Football Federation,
yes.
Gary says he wants to lift that trophy.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I would say we can't go.
Absolutely, I have no problem. I have no problem with his goal. He wants to win. Winning is a culture. Maybe if Nigeria lifts the trophy, it might actually boost them. The Super Eagles going into the World Cup as well. So I have no problem with that. What I'm saying is, if we end up not lifting the trophy, then I won't lose mine, because I believe we would have discovered a couple of players that can actually go on and play for the main Super Eagles, which to me is really the most important thing.
That's it. Remember, the 2014 African Nations Championship has been listed as a FIFA ranking event. So these players now understand that this is not a game they should play.
They can't take it for granted.
Maybe Nigeria didn't know when they were playing Mali.
I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't know, but now they know. We've seen the effect already in the last FIFA ranking. So now that you mentioned that, then I really the boys have to really take it serious then. But like I said, if they don't win it, then it's not the end of the world.
Okay, let's leave the CHAN and then come back home to the league that produced these guys that are playing at the African Nations Championship. The league management company, they've said, hey, we're going to give ₦1 million each to the clubs that will take part in the Super 4. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Participation fee. It's a very good one for all the 4 teams that will be at the Super 4. But then, like you said as well, the own league, the Globe Premier League, this is the bread and butter of football in Nigeria. This is where all our players come from, no matter where. You get what I'm saying? So we need to ensure that the league is run properly. We discussed them some time ago that the league is not viable enough in terms of the revenue they generate, and I believe that's why the LMC have been brought in to actually transform the business operations of the league, and hopefully in a couple of years' time, Nigeria starts to operate a proper professional football league.
That's it, because I mean, this is it. This is the grassroots stage where if you get it right here at the foundation, then your football is fine.
Yeah, spot on, Austin. Spot on.
Okay, on Facebook, Victor Olatunde Adedoku says, please let the LMC show more concern about the poor officiating in our league. Kudos for the players' welfare, but our poor officiating cannot take us anywhere. I agree.
Yeah, it's all part of it as well too. If you want to run a good league, then officiating has to be good as well. Welfare has to be good as well. It's a total. We have to take a holistic approach to the whole thing.